What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you today. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. Run over to Twitter as well. Shutdown Safety is my username. You know, today, my 900th video. 900 videos. I owe every one of them to you, because if you guys didn't continue to support me the way you do, hit the like button, go over to Twitter, share the video, leave me a comment, send me an email, I would have never made it this far. And I really do appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. I know I say it a lot, but I mean it. So I'm always going to say it. And I don't know where I'm going to be with video 1000, which honestly at this rate would probably be close to 3.5 to 4 years away. That puts in perspective, video 900 here. I certainly didn't think 900 videos were going to be speaking about the Colts quarterback situation, but that's what I want to do for you today. I believe the Colts need to shut down Andrew Luck, and I'd love to know your opinions on that. Let me lay my case out for you, because I know some of you will disagree. But let's be honest, Hasselbeck's 4-0. All right, he's completing 64.7%, better than Luck's 55.3. He just threw for over 1,000 yards. Luck beats him there at 1,881. Obviously, touchdowns are a big contributing factor to quarterback success. Luck has 15, Hasselbeck has 7, but the interception number speaks volumes. 12 picks for Andrew Luck, only 2 for Hasselbeck, both of which ironically came in the Atlanta game 2 weeks ago. Only once this season has Andrew Luck thrown more TDs and interceptions. In fact, he's thrown multiple picks in every game except against Denver and New England. And that's intriguing to me, because those are two of the better defenses in the league. If you look at Luck's strengths, one of them is obviously going to be the rushing. And that said, his rushing this year has generally came from protections that failed. I don't think there's been a lot of designed Andrew Luck runs or bootlegs. He's yet to post over 35 yards in a game. In fact, he's not even scored a rushing touchdown. So to me, that impact is irrelevant. It's just not getting it done. Now, in fairness to both quarterbacks, in the middle of all this, Pep Hamilton was fired. A more simplified offense has been installed. And I don't think that benefits a quarterback. I think that actually benefits the receivers. I think it's easier for the quarterbacks to develop chemistry with these quarterbacks when the offense is more simplified. And these receivers have struggled because, listen, they've got Luck one week, Hasselbeck the next. Quarterbacks aren't all the same. So I think when I watch these games and I see what's going on, it seems to me, and I haven't actually done the numbers to back this up, so perhaps I'm wrong, but it seems to me that the pass distribution is much better when Hasselbeck is in. I don't know if it's because I feel like Luck tries to force a lot to Fleener. Maybe that is the case, maybe it's not. But right now, the bottom line is both of these guys are playing like average quarterbacks. The offensive line is not going to get any better. Not one player that started during Sunday's win was at that position week 1. Not one. In fact, only one player remained on the line from the week 1 starting lineup. So that should tell you where we are from a protection standpoint. And that's the thing. When we're talking about protecting the quarterback, we need to keep the quarterback's best interest in mind. And in my best interest for Andrew Luck, that's him not going back on the field this year. Andrew Luck is an incredible athlete, is a great quarterback. When he is healthy and he's on the top of his game, I think consensus we all know is a top 5 player. But the problem is when you have quarterbacks that are injured and you continue to put them back out, there's not a good track record of it. You take a look back at David Carr. Here's a quarterback that had all the skills, and I'm by no means saying that, Andrew Luck is David Carr. I'm just letting you know, if you don't remember, he really did look solid in Houston. And then he got hurt. And then he got sacked. And it continually went downhill as he continued to become damaged as a quarterback and never really fully healed. You can also take a look at a great example of a player that obviously is going to always be linked to Luck, and that would be Robert Griffin. I mean, here's a quarterback that looked fantastic. You can go back and look at the first few games, and I'm not trying to put it all in that small of a window, but you could have made a case after a few games that Griffin actually did better than Luck. There was a lot of people that actually cited that Griffin was actually going to be better than Andrew Luck just based off that small window of games. Now, granted, you look at it now and you say, well, what were you really basing that on? That's why you should look at anything in a vacuum. But Andrew Luck can have the same downfall as Griffin if we play the same games that we did with him. I mean, Shanahan, in my opinion, was completely responsible for possibly ruining Robert Griffin's career. This is a player that went out and got hurt. We all watched it. We all saw it. He didn't change his approach to the game. He got hurt again. And then he never got back to what he should have been. And my fear is we're going to have that happen again with Andrew Luck. It just cannot be the case. I don't want it to be the case. You have such a rare talent come out. We're so fortunate to have him in the NFL, to be able to watch a player like that. You know, there's quarterbacks that I don't like, Tom Brady, for example, but I understand in the history of the NFL, I'm fortunate to be able to watch him play. When Tom Brady got hurt, I wanted Tom Brady to come back to 100%. I wanted to be able to tell grandchildren or children, whoever, student of the game, I watched Tom Brady at his best. I watched Peyton Manning at his best. You never want to see a player's career get derailed by injuries, and in this situation, I think we're going to see it if it happens, and it's all for naught. It's a lost season anyway. This team, if they make it to the playoffs, will face another early exit. It's just not built on chemistry. The way this team was constructed the last 2 years has really no continuity in its players. You can tell that they don't work as a cohesive group. You can tell they're not a bound-together football team. And really that comes back to management and the way the depth chart has been created by, essentially Ryan Grigson. So I would love to know what you guys think about this. I appreciate you sticking through a very long video. But that's my case, man. To me, Andrew Luck, let's end it for the year. Let's ride Hasselbeck out. If he gets a resurgence, becomes a renaissance man, I'm all for it. But what I don't want to see is a quarterback and Andrew Luck get completely injured and risk really permanent damage to his career over a season that's not going to mean a whole lot in the long run anyway. Thank you guys for checking this out. And I guess, as you know, I'll be back in the week with more content.